I'm Jeff Butler, president of Repipe Specialists, America's repiping expert since 1991. We specialize in repiping multifamily complexes for HOAs and builders wanting to repair defective plumbing throughout the United States. The following video describes Repipe Specialists' philosophy and details our efficient and professional turnkey process that's been perfected over a span of more than 2 decades. Enjoy.
The Repipe Specialists turnkey process, the one-stop repipe, has been used in repiping multifamily complexes in many cities throughout the United States. Repipe Specialists was one of 4 primary contractors chosen to replumb 35,000 homes in Las Vegas from 2007 through 2013 through the Kitech class action settlement. The one-stop repipe process focuses primarily on effective communication, managing homeowners' expectations, dust mitigation, unit protection, expert plumbing, drywall repair, and cleanup. Proven successful many times over, the one-stop repipe process puts the comfort and convenience of the homeowners as a top priority while maintaining the highest quality work. Some jobs are completed in as little as 3 to 5 days.
So Repipe Specialists are specialists in repiping. It's right in the name. General plumbing companies are excellent at new construction and acute repairs as things fail throughout a system, but they're not necessarily set up for doing unit after unit after unit in such a systematic process. With Repipe Specialists, they are focused entirely on the project at hand. So you're not dealing with someone who's going to start the project on Monday, disappear for a week, and come back a week later and it's not done yet. Once they start, they maintain the schedule. I think Repipe's process takes into account all of the foreseeable issues, and because it's very systematic, it allows them to respond as needed to the unforeseen issues. For example, while they're here, things happen with plumbing. Things are totally unrelated to the scope, but they're able to respond and keep the schedule going because they've got such a systematic process that they're maintaining. So they can provide on-site assistance to stuff that's out of scope while still maintaining the process.
Repipe Specialists repipes with the 2 best materials on the market: PEX with engineered plastic or low zinc brass fittings, or in some cases, USA-made grade L copper. The one-stop repipe process begins with effective communication to the homeowners by utilizing a 2-pronged approach. Initially, our senior management hold town hall meetings explaining every detail of what's to be expected during the project. Homeowners are encouraged to openly ask questions and voice any comments or concerns they may have. Then, continuing throughout the entire job, homeowners can be provided password-protected access to a Repipe Specialist's project information website. It's specific to their particular job, providing the work schedule, homeowner instruction packs, project updates, a question and concern form, and any other pertinent updates. In addition, every project has an on-site supervisor to ensure that every step of our process is executed with the highest standard of professionalism and quality.
It's very difficult to pull off a project like this. Unlike exterior projects, we're in everybody's home. So every plumbing crew, every drywall crew is in everybody's house every day. So it's not just the schedule that you've got to maintain, it's the dealing with the homeowner's personal property and privacy and security. So there's a lot of trust involved, and they've got to be very precise and maintain their schedule. So it's a very challenging project to do. And it's not a typical plumbing project. You're shutting down the whole system, disconnecting and putting in all new arteries essentially, and turning it back on by 5 o'clock. So it's pretty difficult, nearly impossible, I'd say.
They came in, they were on schedule, they were clean, they were polite. Attention to our belongings was very well considered, and overall for the 3-4 days that it took, I was very impressed.
I think most people were amazed at how little disruption it created when you consider what people thought going into the whole thing, what a mess this was going to be.
The workers were all really respectful. They were really nice people, and they worked around my schedule. They asked me if I needed to have them come sooner or what hours, and they were respectful of my puppy.
Preparation is the foundation to the success of every Repipe Specialist's project. Prior to the commencement of any work, we perform a walkthrough inspection of every unit with the homeowners, detailing the scope of the work and how they should prepare for item safety and/or access during the work, and we also address any questions and concerns they may have. A vital step in the one-stop repipe process is the protection of personal belongings. The first step in the actual work is to set up dust mitigation barriers. There will be dust, and lots of it, so we take every precaution to keep it at an absolute minimum by securing the work areas with plastic sheeting and drop cloths to protect furniture, fixtures, sensitive electronics, and other specific items and areas.
With regards to the dust, I had no issues being in my house. In fact, they started the work on Friday, and then I had the whole weekend to myself in the place with the plastic up, which they also accommodated me with zippers so that I could get in and out of rooms, and I absolutely had no issues with the dust.
Repipe did a really nice job with not only putting up plastic barriers and trying to keep things sealed at the ceilings and floors to kind of mitigate some of the dust. And you know, it's a construction project, so they're not going to get every single speck of dust, but I think they did a more than admirable job at not only trying to keep the construction material in the construction area while keeping other areas of the home clean, but then at the end they did a really nice job of cleaning up afterward.
They told us in the board meeting, we aren't going to be able to capture it all. We're going to do the best we can, and they really did. There wasn't any more dust than I usually leave around the house.
When a unit is prepped for repiping, we begin cutting the drywall in strategic areas in order to efficiently install the new plumbing system. Immediately following, the Repipe Specialists team begins installing the new piping, fully securing and insulating it to meet and exceed local plumbing codes. It is our standard to consistently exceed them. After approved inspections, our expert drywall team seamlessly patches all areas of the previously removed drywall and then matches the original texture of the walls. Depending on the scope of the project, priming and color match painting may also be included. Daily cleanup is the key to keeping our one-stop repipe process smooth, efficient, and as easy as possible for the homeowners. To conclude the job, the supervisor and homeowner conduct a final inspection to ensure everything has been completed to both their satisfaction.
From the beginning, this sounded like a huge job, and I'm sure that it was, but I was absolutely amazed. They had told us that it would be 5 days, and the repipe people came in and it was done in 3 days with no problem. It was amazing to me to see that it could be done this fast because it was quite extensive.
I was amazed at how fast the process went. I mean, it was 3 days. That was what the promise was, and that's what was done. They were in 3 days. They were out. They buttoned everything up every night, and they were completely done in 3 days. And you know, that to me was pretty amazing.
The ability of the crew to come in on the first day, early in the morning, shut your water off, completely decommission an old system, put in a whole new set of pipes, and have water on when you get home from work at the end of the first day is actually surprisingly impressive.
The ability for Repipe to come into my house and completely strip out all the piping and put new in, and for me to still have a functioning house during all that process was phenomenal.
I would have them back again for any problem that I might encounter, and I would make a recommendation to anyone else that was looking at this situation for their home or for their business, because they did an absolutely excellent job.
They came in, they were on schedule, they were clean, they were polite. Attention to our belongings was very well considered, and overall for the 3-4 days that it took, I was very impressed.
It was much less painful than I thought it would be. Everything went really smooth, and being the first condo, I was thinking something must go wrong, and nothing did.
Well, they think, yeah, they're going to cut into every single wall in your place, and water all over the place and, dust everywhere. And, they make a few holes here and there. I think it's probably like modern surgery, they make a tiny hole and they can do a lot in that little hole.
My thoughts on the entire process with Repipe coming in and fixing my home has been probably one of the best experiences I've encountered. I've had other contractors out here, and by far they are the most respectable, the most accommodating, and really respectful of my belongings.
Our goal is to leave your home better than it was when we started. Repipe Specialists, home with a one-stop repipe. I'm Jeff Butler, president of Repipe Specialists. Thanks for watching.